Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're back with another video for your gym. So let's get started. Well, we're just going over colors. Last night, weren't we? I'm gonna be just talking about the shapes in this one. I'll make an additional video and I'll talk about the rest of the colors. But let's just get into the shapes. So the shapes that are for your gym, there's only a few, okay? There's the circular shape for your gym, which means you're all well-rounded guy or girl. Okay? So that's what the round one means. So that's round. If you are a square, it means that you go opposite directions with stuff. But also it means that you can be a bit of a downer about stuff. So if you're a square, it means, we've all heard that term. If you're a square, you're boring and yeah. But also, in a positive light, you are looking at different ways. So if you're a square, you're that. If you are a triangle, it means that you always have points about something, which could mean like you're always bringing up points about someone's life, about your life, or it doesn't even have to be life. It could be about like a certain topic, like you are always looking for like ways to prove that you're right. And also, the way I think of a triangle, it makes me think of an arrow. Now, I don't know why, but even though it doesn't have like the stem for an arrow, it's still an arrow because, you know, obviously if it points like this, it looks like it's pointing up. Or if you draw it like that, it's pointing down. Or if you do it the same way, this way, it'd be pointing left. If you point it this way, it'd be pointing right. So, yeah, if you're a triangle, that's what that one is. If you're a star, now, a star to me means you shine bright, okay? And you show off all of your many talents, and you always shine, no matter what. So, but, the points represent something for that star. Now you're probably like, well, what does it represent? Well, it means that not all the time, okay, but sometimes when you're a star, you can be a little bit of the mean person, okay? So those pointy edges kind of hurt. Be a real jerk, so you can either be a star that's nice, or you can be the star that's a real jerk. Just depends which one you are. Now, if you're like a clear star or something like that, because that's one of the colors, then that means that you don't have to worry about any flaws, really. You don't have any flaws. So, but yeah, but sometimes it just depends per person. So that's what that means. If you're a rectangle, that means that you always do stuff the hard way. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, rectangles are a long shape, aren't they? They're long. And what I'm hitting at for this gem is that, well, if you... Sorry, Willie was texting me. We were supposed to go over today, but we're not. It's raining. We can't work on Josh's van. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the gym. If you're a rectangle, it means you use the longest way to do something. That can be a good thing and a bad thing. But a lot of people see it as negative because if you're doing something the long way, which takes a long time to do it, that means that you're either afraid to, like, you know, to figure it out the best way, or you want to figure out all the mistakes first and then figure out what the proper solution is. So there's that shape. That's what that shape represents. If you're one of the pointy shapes, and I'm not meaning like a star. Well, a star is a pointy shape, but if you're like there's a such thing as a tear shape, or a raindrop, like it's circular, like a half circle at the bottom, and it's pointy at the top. So it looks like that. If you're that shape, it means that you are, well, for the most part, you always see the bad light and stuff, which means you always see the negative light for anything. So that could mean, like, I could be negative right now. It's raining where I live right now. I could be negative. I could be the tear shape and be like, oh, isn't this so sad? Isn't this such a bummer? I love walking puppy, but I hate the rain. Like, I could be like that, but instead I'm going to be like, yes, I'm walking puppy in the rain. Do I like it? No. But I put a smile upon my face, and I still go out there happy about it. Yeah. You know, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. I'm going to stop for the shapes for a second for your gym. I know this little girl, and her name's Kinley, and she's such a cool person. She's really cool. I hope her test anyway, but she's always a happy person, which is cool. it was like today, I heard her talking to, I was out and about, and I heard her talking, and she said, Mimi, I'm gonna watch iCarly. I love iCarly. I'm gonna watch it. I love watching it because of Sam. And then she went in and she went, hey, Mom! And then her Mimi, Carolyn, closed the door. But that's a definition of a happy person. Like, doesn't matter what's going on, you're still happy. You know, it's a choice. You can either choose to be miserable, or you can choose to be happy. Just depends on what you want, honestly. Like, if you want to be a happy person, you'll be a happy person. If you want to be a depressed person, you'll be a depressed person. My dad told me this. He was like, being depressed or being happy is a choice. You can choose whether to be happy or not. Like, it's a choice. Some people are like, well, I was born with this. No, you weren't. You're just choosing to be. You weren't born happy. You weren't born depressed. No one was born anything. They didn't even know how to say hi yet. No one know how to be happy or depressed. So, but anyway, back to the shapes. So, that's what the tier 1 means. You can call it the tier 1 or the raindrop one or the other, but it also represents sad. I know I mentioned sad for a color, but see, it's two different things. For the color, it just means sad. That's it. But for the shape, you look at things in a sad way. Now, you're like, well, what's the difference? Because it could mean the same thing. Well, in my mind, if you're sad, you're just sad about one thing. But if you have that shape, the raindrop shape, it means that you're sad about lots of things. You always put a sad spin on it. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You can even have an ice cream from Fat Eddie's and you're like, it's dripping. I'm sad. And just be all down about it. Or it can be like, yes, I have an ice cream from Fat Eddie's. Woohoo. You know, it just depends on what you want. Oh, there's a string. Well, this is an older shirt, so it gets strings sometimes. Anyway. Or if you're this shape, if you're the all pointy shape, which I think for the most part there can be, if you're all points, it means that you're always angry about something. Like, you always put an angry spin on stuff. So don't do that. You always see something as an angry solution, an angry light. Don't do that. You need to work on that if you do. And for the most part, for like any other shape out there, pretty much like you got stuff to work on. If I come up with any more, I'll let you know, but that's about it for the shapes and stuff. I will do the colors for the next video, the rest of the colors. That's it for the shapes. And unless if I come up with more. Oh, I almost lost my voice for a minute. Unless if I come up with more. So, thank you for watching. And if you have, please like, comment, subscribe. I really enjoyed this video, like every video that Creeper on Slayer ever makes. So, but that's about it for this one. But yeah, for that one video I had to research my shape because I was like, well, I think I know what my shape is, but what really is it? Like, what is my shape inside me? And the shape, it's a heart. I've got 1 point, and I always got stuff to nosy about, so I've got a windy one. That's why there's 2 humps at the top of the heart, because I've always got something to go across. They're hills, and then once I reach the top, I feel accomplished. So I use my car on top of the heart, and I just go on top of it, go down again, like, you know, there's like a dip. You go down the dip, which could mean a rut to you, or it could mean a happy spot, where, oh yes, well, if I go on top of this other one, I'm there, and you're at the top, sorry, butterfly, you're on the top, and then you're just there, and then you make it to your point, and once you get your point, you're all set. So, anyway, that's the meaning for all that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Creep it out.